So at some point in time in your life, you're gonna have to get a job. And I mean a real one, not flipping burgers, and that's okay. But at some point, you gotta grow up. And I know it sucks having real adult problems, but guys, it's part of life. And you know one thing? Having a job is a pretty cool thing, especially in this day and age when competition is fierce. So guys, you have to take what's yours. So I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this, right? We're talking about interviews. That's the first step. So let's get into it, guys. Now remember, not all jobs are created equal and they do have different skill sets required. But no matter what, the tips that I'm gonna give you today will give you that edge. Number one. Now, I don't want to assume and make an ass out of you and me, but I'm sure that you figured out what the job title is and what company you've applied for, right? Well, if you haven't, then do some research, Moxie. You have to know where you're applying and where you're gonna be working, at least what they're doing. Now, you don't have to know everything about the company, but you have to know a little bit. Google them, go on third-party websites like Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor. Those also give you some insights as to employee reviews, okay? You also have to interview them. But what I'm trying to say with number one is know the company, and the question might come up, do you know what we do here? And if you don't know the answer, then you're shit out of luck. But if you do know, then you're letting that recruiter know that you took the time to figure out what they do. And that shows that you have a vested interest in working for them. Number two, and I don't know why, but this is always an issue. Show up on time. I'm clenching my fist because guys, you can't do this. You're a grown man. Show up on time. Think about it. If you show up late for your interview, what's that to say if you actually get the job? Which most likely, if you show up late, you're not gonna get the job. So guys, wake up early, get your shit together, do some research as to where you're going, the traffic, there's gonna be parking, there's gonna be security. And if you happen to show up a few minutes before, trust me, I don't think they're gonna mind. All you can say is like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm here for the interview. I'm a little bit early, and you just wait in the reception. Guys, that is key. Show up on time. Number three, have you ever heard of the saying that says, the first impression is the most important one? Well, in this case, it is. Fellas, dress accordingly. Know where you're applying, know the job position, okay? If you're applying for tech company or media, the likelihood it's gonna be a little bit more dressed down, but it's still gonna be smart, okay? They're still gonna wanna look at you that you have your shit together. What I recommend if you're applying for a tech company, just a button-down shirt, some dark denim jeans, some slip-on sneakers, or some New Balance, but just keep it nice and smart, like a hipster, you know? Again, they're gauging your appearance. Now, if it's more corporate, if it's legal, something in finance, then the suit is pretty much the norm. If you don't have a suit, wear a sport coat. If you don't, a shirt and tie, which I'm not a big fan of just shirt and tie, but hey, it'll do. Clean shoes, boys. Make sure you polish your shoes, okay? This isn't like going to hang out with your buddy at his house and playing Fortnite, okay? That's not what it is. You gotta have nice, clean shoes. Again, the first impression is the most important one, number four. So number four is a dovetail on number three. Show up well groomed. Guys, you have to comb your hair, you have to shave, and if you're rocking a beard like me, at least make sure that it looks well groomed. You have to cut your fingernails, and here's another one. Don't wear cologne. Why would you say that? Well, because there are a lot of recruiters out there that are very sensitive to certain smells. Now, whatever might smell like patchouli to you might smell like trash to them. So you don't want to assume, just eliminate that, because again, you want to make sure that they're paying attention to you and not what you're wearing or the cologne that you're wearing. That's the most important thing, guys. So a well-groomed gent goes a very long way. Number five. So number five is a few tips, just little mini tips, okay? During the interview, be honest. Not that honest, so just think about it. Fake it until you make it. Not being completely dishonest, but just make sure that you're not telling them your entire life story, okay? Just get the highlights, the right ones, the strong ones. And if they ask you about your weaknesses, well, sure, We're not all perfect, recognize that, but make sure that you always end on a positive note, okay guys? Listen as well. Make sure that you listen to your interviewer and you pick up on the cues that enable you to answer accordingly, okay? So if they ask you, do you know what we do here? Yes, you do know what we do here. Or if they ask you something about, I don't know, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, then you know what to answer because you already rehearsed it, okay? Make sure that you listen and you rehearse. Another one, guys, most of the time recruiters nowadays are not looking for so technical skill sets. What they're looking for is for somebody that has emotional intelligence. There's a lot of value in somebody that knows how to be a team player, that knows how to listen, that knows how to work in a team, okay? Those are soft skills that you acquire during life, and most of the times a recruiter puts a lot of value in that, okay? And lastly, and most importantly, guys, be yourself. Don't worry about it. Not all jobs are for you, but there is a job out there for you, okay? Maybe not this one, but there is one. So get out there, guys, apply, slay the interviews, get what's yours, because Moxie, it's a jungle out there.